The story of David and Goliath is one of the most powerful accounts of faith, courage, and trust in God found in the Bible. It reminds us that victory does not come from size, strength, or human ability, but from confidence in the living God. The challenged Goliath was a Philistine giant, a seasoned warrior who stood over 9 feet tall. Day after day, he mocked Israel and challenged them to send someone to fight him. His presence filled the Israelite army with fear. Though they had soldiers, weapons, and experience, no one dared to face him. Fear had silenced faith. This shows how intimidation can make God's people forget who fights for them. David's perspective: David was only a shepherd boy, sent by his father Jesse to bring food to his brothers on the battlefield. He had no armor, no military rank, and no reputation. But what David did have was faith in God. When David heard Goliath defy the armies of Israel, he was not afraid, he was offended. Not because of the insult to Israel, but because Goliath was defying the living God. David saw the battle differently. Where others saw a giant, David saw a man challenging God. David declared, "The battle is the Lord's," 1 Samuel 17:47. Faith over armor. King Saul tried to dress David in armor, but it didn't fit. David refused it, choosing instead what he knew: a sling and 5 smooth stones. This teaches a powerful lesson. Victory doesn't come from pretending to be someone else. God uses what he has already prepared in you. David remembered God's past faithfulness, how God delivered him from the lion and the bear. His confidence wasn't empty, it was built on experience with God. The victory: when David faced Goliath, he didn't hesitate. He ran toward the giant, declaring that he came in the name of the Lord of hosts. One stone, guided by God, struck Goliath's forehead, and the giant fell. What an entire army could not do, one faithful young man accomplished, because God was with him. The deeper message this story teaches us: giants fall when faith rises. God does not need numbers or size to win battles. Confidence in God silences fear. What seems impossible to people is possible with God. David didn't win because he was strong. He won because he trusted God completely. Final encouragement: everyone faces giants, fear, doubt, failure, opposition, or impossible situations. Like Goliath, they look intimidating and loud. But remember this: the same God who stood with David stands with you. Don't focus on the size of your giant. Focus on the greatness of your God. When you step forward in faith, God fights for you, and giants still fall. The story of David and Goliath is not just a children's story or a lesson from the past, it is a living reminder that God still works powerfully through faith today. When you look at your own life, you may see giants standing in your way. They may not be physical, but they are real: fear, delay, rejection, financial pressure, sickness, discouragement, or voices telling you that you are not enough. Like Goliath, these giants appear loud, intimidating, and impossible to defeat. But David's story reminds us of an unchanging truth: your victory is not determined by what you see, but by who you trust. David did not ignore the giant, he acknowledged the challenge, but he refused to let fear decide his future. While others measured Goliath by human standards, David measured him against God. That is where courage is born. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, it means choosing faith in spite of fear. There will be moments when people underestimate you, just as they underestimated David. They may focus on your age, your background, your resources, or your past. But God does not choose the way people choose. God looks at the heart. What others see as weakness, God often uses as a weapon for his glory. Remember also that David's confidence came from his private victories. Before the public battle, there were unseen moments: fighting lions and bears, learning obedience, trusting God in solitude. If you feel overlooked right now, understand this: God is preparing you, not ignoring you. Your hidden season is building the faith you will need for your public victory. When David stepped onto the battlefield, he didn't rely on armor that didn't fit or strategies that weren't his. He relied on God and used what was already in his hands. This is a reminder that God will use what you already have: your gifts, your testimony, your experiences, when you place them in his hands. So take heart. The giant you face today is not there to defeat you, but to reveal God's power through you. Stand firm. Speak with faith. Move forward in obedience. The same God who gave David victory is still fighting for his people. Your giant will fall, not because of your strength, but because the battle belongs to the Lord. If you were blessed by this message, join the family and subscribe to stay inspired with God.